Honestly, I didn't really know.
Are you effing joking me?
In a plot twist no one saw coming, Sofia Richie called out Hailey Bieber for allegedly copying her iconic wedding aesthetic. The queen of quiet luxury decided to get loud about this major style theft situation. Stan Twitter is absolutely divided. Half are living for Sofia speaking her truth, while others are convinced this is all about their Justin Bieber connection from back in the day. No more small talk. Let's dive into this piping hot tea before it gets cold. The weddings that broke the internet. What's up, fam? Today's video is absolutely unhinged. We're spilling all about the wedding-style drama between Sofia Richie and Hailey Bieber that has Stan Twitter fully losing it right now. In the chaotic world of celeb fashion, wedding looks are the ultimate flex. When the rich and famous say, "I do," the vibe check is real, and everyone's taking notes. But what happens when influencers might be gatekeeping, or worse, stealing each other's aesthetic? That's the tea we're unpacking today between Sofia Richie and Hailey Bieber, two absolute queens whose wedding styles had us all shook. Let's set the stage with these two main character energy weddings that completely dominated our FYPs and had us all in our feelings. Hailey Bieber, the blueprint formerly known as Baldwin, locked it down with pop prince Justin Bieber on September 30th, 2019 at the Montage Palmetto Bluff Resort in South Carolina. This wasn't their first rodeo. The power couple had already done the courthouse thing in 2018, but this was the moment they chose to go full glam and share their love with the besties, and let's be real, the entire internet. The star-studded Slay Fest featured 154 guests, with the guest list giving major FOMO energy. We're talking Kendall Jenner, Kylie Jenner, Usher. Basically, if you weren't there, were you even relevant? The ceremony went down at Somerset Chapel, with Hailey walking down the aisle escorted by her dad, Stephen Baldwin, serving pure main character energy with a string quartet as the soundtrack. The reception? Grammy winner Daniel Caesar and Dan plus Shay performing their collab with JB, 10,000 Hours. And in a moment that had us all in our feels, Justin serenaded wifey with One Less Lonely Girl. I mean, I can't even. But the real gag? Hailey's iconic wedding fit check. Mrs. Bieber served not one, not two, but three custom-designed looks, each one a bigger sleigh than the last.
I've done a number of red carpet dresses for special moments before, but this would be the first for a wedding, and especially for a close friend. The gratifying side of designing for Hailey in this case is I know her personality. For her, I wanted something fun and useful just the same, but still traditional.
Her ceremony dress was a full cultural reset designed by the legendary Virgil Abloh for Off-White, featuring an off-the-shoulder neckline, fishtail skirt, long sleeves, and a lace train. The dress had the Off-White logo and pearls spelling wedding dress, because why not add that hypebeast energy to your wedding day? But the real flex was her veil with "Till Death Do Us Part" inscribed at the hem, a detail that had Stan Twitter absolutely losing it. The queen herself spoke about her dream dress during her fitting.
I didn't want somebody who was a wedding dress designer. I just feel like my style and my street style is such a part of who I am. Yeah. And Virgil has kind of just always been in my corner since the beginning. And I just feel like it's cool to see such an intricate gown from him. I was specific on the sleeves.
For the reception, she ate and left no crumbs in a custom Ralph and Russo silk gown with a halter neckline and thigh-high slit, paired with a Celine leather motorcycle jacket embroidered with "wife." Because why not serve baddie energy on your wedding day? And for the after party, an absolute vibe in a white slip dress by Vera Wang with a mermaid silhouette, crisscross straps, and a single shoulder cowl detail. And in the most relatable rich girl move ever, she paired this high fashion moment with white sneakers because comfort is actually queen when you're throwing it back on the dance floor all night. The fashion girlies were living for Hailey's whole wedding aesthetic, serving modern, eclectic, chic but make it cool vibes. The look was giving fashion forward yet approachable, elegant yet edgy, and we were all here for it. Fast forward to April 22nd, 2023, when Sofia Richie, Nepo baby royalty and daughter of Lionel Richie, said "I do" to music exec Elliot Grange at the Hotel du Cap et Don Roc in Antibes, France. This oceanfront luxury moment, known for hosting actual royals and A-listers, set the stage for what Vogue called the wedding of the century and the royal wedding of 2023. Like Hailey, Sofia understood the assignment and served multiple looks throughout her wedding weekend. But unlike Hailey, Sofia stayed loyal to one designer for the entire event, Chanel. Big flex. Let's hear Sofia spill about working with the iconic fashion house.
There are 3 dresses because there are 3 events. We have a rehearsal dinner, we have my wedding dress, and of course the after party. It was like larger than life, a dream to have a Chanel wedding dress.
For her rehearsal dinner, Sophia ate in a long-sleeve hand-beaded gown inspired by a 1997 Chanel couture look, setting the vibe for a weekend of old money aesthetic. Peep her reaction to seeing the dress for the first time.
It's like an art piece, but I feel like a princess, I really do. How long has it been since we started?
4 months and a half to make the big one.
For the ceremony itself, Sophia served main character energy in her most iconic look. A lace-embroidered halter gown with a long train, designed by Chanel's Madame Olivia Duchesse. The dress had the cutest personal touches that had us all in our feels, including an embroidered heart on the bodice and the couple's initials S and E in blue as her something blue. Sophia spilled the tea on these sentimental details.
So it says S and E with the date underneath it. So that's my something blue, and I'm gonna keep it close to my chest, so I put it there.
Her veil moment was next level, with resin water droplets giving ethereal goddess energy. For the after party, Sophia changed into another custom Chanel Slaya short, structured white gown with the brand's signature camellia flower, perfect for getting lit on the dance floor.
This to me is like my little girl dream, this dress. And the fact that it is inspired off of Claudia Schiffer's runway look is iconic and dope. I can't go any tighter or I think I'll die.
Sophia's wedding aesthetic was hailed as the birth of quiet luxury, that understated, I'm rich but I don't need to flex vibe that would go on to dominate 2023 fashion discourse. Her all-Chanel wardrobe created an old money elegance that had the TikTok girlies losing their minds. What started as 2 separate, equally fire celebrity weddings would soon turn into the fashion drama of the year, splitting Stan Twitter down the middle. But before we spill all the tea on the accusations and the drama, let's compare these 2 iconic bridal moments. While both queens served multiple outfit changes and personal touches in their wedding fits, their overall aesthetics were giving completely different energy. Hailey's style was modern and eclectic, mixing designers and unexpected moments like sneakers with her Vera Wang. Her off-white ceremony dress, with its streetwear DNA and that bold veil inscription, was peak contemporary cool girl. Sophia, meanwhile, was serving classic old money elegance, exclusively in Chanel for the entire weekend. Her ceremony gown, with traditional lace embroidery and that elegant halter moment, embodied timeless, rich girl aesthetic. The consistency of her look, from rehearsal to after party, created a cohesive luxe vibe that would define the quiet luxury trend that had us all influenced. Both weddings broke the internet, with Hailey's covered by People in Vogue, and Sophia's becoming a viral TikTok moment, especially with her Get Ready With Me videos that changed the influencer wedding game forever. The vibes were different beyond just fashion. Hailey's wedding was giving spiritual girly meets music festival, reflecting her and Justin's faith and his performer energy, while Sophia's was peak style queen behavior, becoming the blueprint for the quiet luxury movement that would dominate the 2023 aesthetic. However, Sophia Richie's wedding became the catalyst for a new fashion era, and the comparisons between these 2 celebrity brides would soon escalate into accusations of style stealing. The rise of quiet luxury and the copying. Accusations. Without a doubt, Sophia's wedding changed the fashion landscape and sparked accusations that would set social media ablaze. April 2023 wasn't just another month on the calendar. It was the moment Sophia Richie single-handedly shifted the fashion landscape. Her wedding to Elliot Grange wasn't just giving bride goals, it became the blueprint for what fashion girlies would soon be calling the quiet luxury revolution. But what's the actual tea on quiet luxury? And how did Sophia become the moment? For the girlies who don't know, quiet luxury, or stealth wealth, is that understated rich mom aesthetic. Think expensive-looking neutrals, high-quality pieces, and zero flashy logos. It's basically the opposite of the Y2K logomania and maximalist vibes that we were all eating up in the late 2010s. It's giving muted tones, perfect tailoring, and investment pieces that don't scream "look at me," but still have everyone looking. Sophia's wedding, with those custom Chanel moments, minimal styling, and luxe French Riviera venue, was the ultimate quiet luxury serve. Fashion besties noted how her style, particularly that halter neck ceremony dress, created a whole movement toward understated elegance and quality over quantity in bridal fashion and beyond. The kit predicted Sophia would influence fall 2024 bridal collections, calling her the moment maker for elegant, modern classic looks. Justin Alexander called her veil and whole aesthetic the trendsetter for brides everywhere. Post-wedding, Sophia's influence went beyond just bridal. Her Insta feed became the blueprint simple, elegant, expensive-looking fits from brands like Chanel, The Row, and Loro Piana had everyone taking notes. Her style style evolution from what W magazine called her former party girl aesthetic to her quiet luxury rebrand had the fashion girlies fully influenced. Even pre-wedding, Sophia was ahead of the curve. She was serving the sheer trend back in 2017 at the Amphar Gala, and later gave it that quiet luxury twist in 2023 at the Baby 2 Baby Gala with a black Chanel moment. In 2024, she understood the assignment with gold accessories, predicted to be the moment in a whole year from now in 2025, wearing metallic-heeled mules at Paris Hilton's concert, styled with jeans and a leather jacket. Sophia's style influence was so real that retailers started dropping collections inspired by her aesthetic. NY City Bride created dresses giving Sophia wedding energy and fashion. Publications were serving get-the-look guides left and right. Her collabs, including the Sophia Richie X House of Harlow 1960 collection and her Amazon Essentials X Sophia Grange launch, further proved she was the fashion girl of the moment. But not everyone was living for the quiet luxury vibe check. On Reddit, some users were dragging her outfits as boring and basic, with comments questioning if she was actually fashionable or just skinny. Some critics called out the old money aesthetic as giving classist and inaccessible. In interviews, Sophia was unapologetic about her style preferences, saying in 2023, "I'm not chasing trends, I'm building a wardrobe that lasts," serving big rich mom energy. As Sophia's influence was taking over every FYP, comparisons to other celebs were inevitable. And that's where this story gets messy, focusing on one celeb in particular, Kylie Jenner. In late May 2023, just a hot minute after Sophia's wedding broke the internet, Kylie Jenner dropped Instagram photos from Paris, wearing a white halter neck dress with simple strappy sandals, a matching white bag, and minimal makeup, finished with a claw clip and diamond studs. This fit was giving major Sophia wedding vibes, and the internet immediately called her out for copying. The timing? Sus AF. Sophia's wedding had been the main character on fashion TikTok for weeks, with her halter neck Chanel gown praised as the bridal moment of the year. Then suddenly, Kylie's serving the exact same energy just 1 month later? The math wasn't mathing. Social media went feral with the comparisons. On Instagram, users flooded Kylie's comments, with tea like "copying Sophia Richie these days, I see. It's giving Sophia" and "Sophia Richie vibes," straight up calling her out. On X, or Twitter for the OG internet girlies, a post by @Diarismic on May 29, 2023, declared, "The Sophia Richie effect is real," and the stan replies went off. Another user @Stelata jumped in the discourse, and it was chaos. But TikTok was the real battleground. Comments like, "She heard we were liking old money looks," collecting 15,000 likes. "Oh, she's in her sophisticated era all of a sudden lol," and "It's because of Sophia Richie," called out Kylie's sudden style pivot as Sophia cosplay. Even Reddit was in the chat, with threads on RQWTK dragging Kylie's Chanel store visit as further evidence of the Sophia style steal. The Mirror Online captured all the drama, with comments ranging from "not her trying to be like Sophia with the clean girl aesthetic" to hashtags like #Sophia Richie era and "she's in her Sophia Richie era." But Kylie's defenders entered the chat too, with comments like "her looks lately have been so good," and "I don't care if she's copying someone else's style. The beauty of fashion is you can get inspiration from others." Some fans pointed out that Sophia didn't invent the wheel, with takes like "Sophia didn't invent the high opulence Chanel aesthetics. She just made it popular for this season with her wedding. It's been around for decades." And Sophia, who recently married music executive Elliot Grange, didn't reinvent the wheel with preppy old school / modest / etc. style. What made this whole situation even spicier was the past connection between Kylie and Sophia. Sophia had previously dated Scott Disick, the ex and baby daddy of Kylie's sister Kourtney Kardashian. The whole situation was giving messy family drama vibes that may have influenced how people viewed the style similarities. And it wasn't just Kylie catching heat. According to OK Magazine, both Kendall and Kylie were accused of trying to steal Sophia's old money aesthetic, suggesting the whole Kar-Jenner clan was suddenly pivoting to quiet luxury. While Stan Twitter and TikTok were fully in their feelings about the copying accusations, fashion experts had more nuanced takes. Some pointed out that the quiet luxury trend Sophia embodied had actually been brewing for a minute, with Vogue declaring it a key vibe for the season back in March 2023, before Sophia's wedding. Others suggested both girlies were simply vibing with broader fashion currents, Sophia perfectly timing her wedding with this emerging aesthetic, and Kylie switching up from her usual flashy fits to align with the changing times. It's worth noting that neither Sophia nor Kylie directly addressed the comparisons in any public statements. Sophia continued to build her brand around the quiet luxury aesthetic, while Kylie incorporated elements of this style into her ever-evolving fashion era, without fully abandoning her signature bold looks. This whole situation raises some interesting questions about ownership in fashion. Can anyone really own an aesthetic like quiet luxury or old money style? Is taking inspo the same as copying? And how much do celebs actually influence each other's fashion choices lives behind the scenes. What we do know for sure is that Sophia Richie's wedding style, especially that Chanel halter moment, became a cultural reset that influenced not just bridal fashion, but celebrity style across the board. Whether Kylie was deliberately copying Sophia or just caught the same vibe shift remains up for debate, but the comparison between these two fashion queens highlighted the complex dynamics of influence, inspiration, and imitation in celeb style. However, this controversy connects to a broader pattern in Sophia Richie's public life, her past social media controversies, and how she has navigated the sometimes turbulent waters of celebrity culture. Sophia's social media impact and the Hailey connection. Let's delve deeper into Sophia's complicated relationship with social media, her broader impact on fashion, and the surprising connections between her and Hailey Bieber that add another layer to this fashion drama. Sophia Richie didn't just wake up one day and choose fashion violence. Her journey to becoming a style queen has had its fair share of mess. As the daughter of Lionel Richie and sister to Nicole Richie, Sophia was born into the spotlight, but it was her own social media presence that truly made her the main character, for better or worse. One of the messiest moments went down in October 2019, during the California wildfires, specifically the Getty Fire. While thousands were being evacuated and millions were without power, Sophia posted an Instagram photo complaining about the smoky atmosphere ruining her messy bun and photo shoot. Captioned, "Santa Ana wins, messy bun." The internet quickly called her out for being tone-deaf AF. Comments dragged her with receipts like, "I just don't understand why she would choose this caption. These fires are taking place in her backyard. And 200,000 people evacuated and 2 million people without power. But okay, go ahead and flex." This whole situation showed how celebs struggle to read the room sometimes. A lesson Sophia seems to have taken to heart as her later posts got more self-aware. But the juiciest plot twist in Sophia's backstory, and the one that adds so much spice to our current drama, involves none other than Justin Bieber, Hailey's hubby. Back in 2016, Sophia and Justin had a whole situationship, dating from August to December, during one of his breaks from his toxic on-again, off-again thing with Selena Gomez. This short-lived couple moment caused major drama online, with Justin catching heat for dating Sophia. The situation got so heated that Justin threatened to make his Instagram private because of the hate comments about Richie, showing just how wild stan culture can get. People magazine reported on their breakup with the T. They were inseparable just last month, but Justin Bieber and Sophia Richie are calling it quits already. They're broken up for now, a source tells People. Sophia herself spilled about her relationship with Justin. "We have a special relationship. Justin is very easy to talk to, and that's hard to find with people in Los Angeles." While Sophia wasn't the main villain in this drama, this brief situationship creates an unexpected plot twist between Sophia and Hailey. They both dated the same man. Justin eventually waged Hailey in 2018, while Sophia found her forever with Elliot Grange. This shared Justin chapter adds a whole new layer to any style comparisons. Could Hailey's wedding choices have been subconsciously influenced by wanting to distance herself from her man's ex? Or is it just coincidence that their bridal aesthetics were complete opposites? More recently, in 2024, a TikTok dance Sophia created with Jake Shane became the moment, collecting over 21.8 million views and more than 1.6 million likes. The dance, a simple shimmy and two-step, got called out by some critics, including culture commentator Saren Olkaba, who labeled it disturbing for idolizing boring rich girl movements, comparing it to late-stage capitalism. This whole situation proves Sophia's continued influence on social media trends, even beyond fashion. Sophia's social media journey shows the double-edged sword of internet fame, giving her the platform to showcase her style evolution and build her brand, while also subjecting her to the internet's unfiltered opinions. Through it all, she's maintained her carefully curated aesthetic that made her the style icon of the quiet luxury movement. Now let's get back to the main event and investigate whether there's any actual tea that Hailey Bieber, not just Kylie, might have been influenced by Sophia's wedding style. This brings us to the burning question from our title. Did Sophia actually slam Hailey for copying her wedding style? Despite deep diving into all the receipts, there is no actual evidence that Sophia Richie ever directly called out or slammed Hailey Bieber for copying her wedding style. In fact, there are zero documented instances of Sophia publicly criticizing Hailey's wedding choices at all. The weddings happened nearly 4 years apart, with Hailey's in 2019 and Sophia's in 2023, making it literally impossible for Hailey to have copied Sophia's wedding style based on simple timeline math. If anything, the timeline suggests the reverse could be more plausible, that Sophia might have been influenced by elements of Hailey's wedding, but their styles were so completely different that any claims of copying in either direction would be a major stretch. What's more likely is that both It girls were influenced by different fashion currents of their respective eras. Hailey's 2019 wedding reflected the more eclectic, personalized approach to bridal fashion that was having a moment back then, while Sophia's 2023 celebration perfectly embodied the emerging quiet luxury aesthetic that would define that year's fashion conversation. So what about the connection between Sophia and Hailey? While they share the Justin Bieber chapter, and both serve major style influence. There's little evidence of direct beef or shade between them. Both have navigated their fashion journeys largely independently, each developing their distinct aesthetic and brand partnerships. Let's compare their styles head-to-head. Using a clip from What the Fashion, we can see how style experts viewed both queens' fashion choices.
First is Hailey Bieber in a Jacquemus jacket and Balenciaga shoes. Yes, queen.
Full sex pot.
Full
Sex
fashion.
pot. Full stop.
Nista. The pop of red with the shoes that are tied around the ankles. I don't have one complaint except for the fact that I don't own it. Should I buy these shoes?
Absolutely. The fact that you don't have them is mind-blowing.
And here's the vibe check on Sophia.
Sophia Richie in Vivienne Westwood pants and the same Balenciaga shoes.
Why don't I have these shoes? What am I doing?
It's the opening scene in Pretty Woman, but she went through like a graffiti mural.
The shoes are perfect.
Plot twist. In this case, both queens were wearing the identical Balenciaga shoes, showing their styles do sometimes overlap despite their different overall aesthetics. However, the fashion girlies gave Hailey the edge in this particular serve.
It's third.
It's third.
Third. So clearly our winner is Hailey Bieber.
Hailey Bieber. Shoe in.
You betcha.
This fashion face-off highlights how both women are respected style queens who occasionally wear similar pieces, but style them according to their personal brand and aesthetic. As for their wedding styles, the receipts suggest both were uniquely personal expressions rather than attempts to copy or one-up each other. Hailey's off-white gown, with its streetwear influence and bold veil moment, was peak contemporary cool girl energy. Sophia's classic Chanel halter gown embodied timeless rich mom energy and launched the quiet luxury aesthetic that would dominate TikTok for months. To sum it all up, while the clickbait-worthy claim that Sofia Richie slams Hailey Bieber for copying her wedding style makes for a fire thumbnail and title, the actual tea doesn't support this narrative. There's zero evidence of Sophia ever directly calling out Hailey, and the timeline makes it literally impossible for Hailey to have copied Sophia's wedding style since her wedding was years earlier. What this deep dive actually reveals is the messy, complicated world of celebrity fashion, where influence flows in all directions, and trends emerge from a chaotic mix of individual style choices, designer collabs, and broader cultural moments. It also shows how social media amplifies comparisons and controversies, sometimes creating drama that doesn't align with the actual timeline. The real tea here isn't about one celebrity stealing another's vibe, but about how two influential queens, Hailey Bieber and Sofia Richie, each made their own iconic contributions to bridal fashion during their respective wedding eras. Their personal styles, though completely different, have both shaped how modern brides approach their wedding fit. Hailey pioneering a more personalized, eclectic approach in 2019, and Sophia perfecting the quiet luxury aesthetic in 2023. While Kylie Jenner may indeed have been influenced by Sophia's wedding style, as the sus timing and similarities suggest, the bigger picture of wedding style evolution is more complex than simple copying. It's about how celebrities both influence and get influenced by fashion trends, how personal style evolves, and how social media creates new dynamics of comparison and call-out culture. What's undeniable is that both Hailey and Sophia have cemented their places as style queens, whose wedding choices will continue to inspire brides for years to come. Their distinct approaches, Hailey's modern eclecticism and Sophia's old money elegance, offer two completely different but equally valid blueprints for contemporary bridal fashion. As we wrap up this fashion tea spill, it's worth noting how quickly narratives can form in the social media age, often outpacing actual facts and chronology. The story of Sophia slamming Hailey for copying her style may not have the receipts to back it up, but the conversation it generates about influence, imitation, and inspiration in fashion remains a vibe. In the end, perhaps the most accurate conclusion is that both queens wore what made them feel like the main character on their special days, creating iconic fashion moments that reflected their personal journeys and unique love stories. And isn't that, after all, what wedding style should be about? If you love this video, click on the card showing on your screen for more videos like this.